Hello, everybody. This is Division 10C Week 2 weekly recap of the REL division. So, back at it again, and I have my co-host with me, Chopshoe.
Hello, everyone. Really happy to be here once again after a first week where we saw a lot of actions and a lot of injuries, as we like it.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be diving into each of the games. We'll be looking back into our predictions, and we'll be looking into next week's games as well, and giving the next predictions we have as well. But one awesome feature that we have for you this week is that we have a guest with us, and that is 10D or 10C Zone Razzlestorm.
Hello. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm really happy to have you also. And I'm wanting to do this with all the coaches within 10C is eventually feature them within the recaps and get them some interviews and get their thoughts and have them be interactive with this recap. So I'm really glad for you to take the time to work with us today.
Yeah, it's great to. I would love to hear more about my fellow coaches in 10C.
All right.
So, Rizzlestorm, would you just tell us a bit about you? I'm sure the other coaches in the division would really like to know more about you, where you're from, when you started playing Blood Bowl, and why you chose Skaven as your team this season.
Sure. I started playing Blood Bowl a little over a year ago. When I was still living in Beijing, and I played in a local league there, and then eventually we came back to the States and started playing on Xbox. And yeah, I took second in the 14th season Champs Ladder, and
That's
then I
pretty good.
made it to the finals in 15th season, but I didn't place very high. I didn't make it past the second round.
That's
Yeah,
real great. Did you manage to get into a ticket for the World Cup then? If you're
I did not. I
placing
was
so
just
high.
that one game away.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah, but that was with Amazons, and it was against a Chaos Dwarf team. And it was against a very good coach named Gnome Slayer, I believe. But he did very well.
That's good.
And so I've been these past couple of weeks. I've just been playing around with Skaven. Have really liked how they run. They seem to have a little bit of everything. They have the Claw, Mighty Blow option. They have Movement 9 elves, basically, that are just a little weak, but don't need that much strength.
Yeah, elves with mutations. So
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think Skaven is one of the top tier teams out there. They do have a little bit of everything. Like I said, you can get the claw bone, you can get the natural one turners, you can capitalize on wizards. It's
Yeah.
yeah, this is a fantastic team. All right, Chopshoe, do you want to dive a little bit into your first week's matchup and catch everyone up on how you did?
Um, yeah, sorry. I actually was playing some high elves in my first week against Luke Sama, and I had a really good game. I did only 28 blocks, I think, but I removed like 11 of his players, and I got some really good SPP as well.
Nice.
I won my game 2-0. It could have easily been 3-0 if my rookie Chaos Warrior hadn't failed four 3+ catches in a row. I did 7 and 8. So yeah, that happened. But I mean, I'm gonna take the 2-0 win for my first week of the season, and I'm playing against Dark Elves tomorrow night probably. So that's not gonna be easy again.
Yeah, this the Warrior just didn't want it. But no, that's great. That's a fantastic start to the season. So I know it's going to be a real tough division for you, and it's going to be tough for wins to come by. So that's a fantastic start. For me, I'm in a similar situation as Razzlestorm, where I have a fresh roll team. I'm in Division 10D. I'm playing with some Chaos Dwarves. And my first game was about as boring as it could have been. I played some orcs, a bunch of AV9 running around.
Yeah.
I think the final score ended up being 0-0.
Wow.
Yeah, so my offensive drive, I got stopped. He ended up, I missed, I ran out of rerolls and was a 4+ dodge away from my bull centaur to score, failed it. But he played well. He got a couple removals. And then his offensive drive, I surfed a couple players. He had a hard time advancing. Yeah, so it was about as boring as it get. I racked up a total of 5 SPP that game, all from the MVP. So fantastic start to the team.
Yeah, it
But
feels terrible, especially as a first game of a new team. You don't really want 5 SPP. Like, you don't
Yeah.
care
yeah,
losing, but at least you want 10, 15 SPP.
it's yeah, it was tough sledding, but it's okay. I'm in it for the long haul with this team. I'm actually playing my second match tonight against some halflings, so hopefully
Hopefully that'll make up for
yes,
it.
exactly. Either that or my entire team will die, so one or the other.
Right.
It's usually one or the other, not much in between when you're playing halflings. All right, fantastic. So, diving into 10C now, I'm sure everyone is tired of hearing us rabble on about our teams. So the last time that we talked about 10C was that we had 2 teams that haven't accepted their tickets yet. Well, awesomely enough, within midweek, we actually had both those teams accept their tickets and got their games played. So what I want to do before we dive into last week's results, I want to dive into both of the new teams, and so we weren't able to give them a preview. So I want to highlight those 2 teams. So
That's pretty good. You want to start with the dwarf team
sure,
from
yeah,
PDX Busco?
yeah,
I think
PDX
that's the
Bosco.
one. Yeah. All right, let's look at it.
Sure, go ahead, Sharpshooter, lead us off.
Well, there's actually not much to say about it. That team actually played one game in the Greenhorn, and it got pretty much no level at all.
Right, and so that's this team is coming in with a little bit of a disadvantage in the fact that most teams within the division were able to play 3 or 4 games in the Greenhorn, and this one was only able to play 1. So a little bit of disadvantage coming in. But no level ups yet. They did play their first week, like I said. We'll dive into the results later on. They do have the 2 Troll Slayers, 2 Runners, 2 Blitzers, 3 rerolls. So only 11 players at the moment, which is fine with the AV9. Not a lot of Mighty Blow or Claw running around the division just yet. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see once this team starts getting guard and Mighty Blow and get them developed to see exactly how they play. They played their like I said, we'll dive into their results later on. But
I'm
yes,
pretty sure Razelstorm would like to play them right now before they get
Yeah,
yeah,
right
before they get
before they
released.
before they start getting guard or mighty blow or anything.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
perfect for you, right?
yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. So yeah, so that's PDX Bosco. So diving into the Bretonian team from, man, I'm probably gonna butcher this name here, Gorshade or Gorsht.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not even going to try that.
probably not doing too well on this one. So this team that was able to get the full 4 games of the Greenhorn coming in, and they were able to get their first game played of the week as well. So looking at their early development, so first thing I see is they have a huge bench already. Although they do have 2 next games for next week, they already have 14 rostered players, and they do have the 4 blockers and the 4 blitzers, so all positionals, which is good to see. The blocker's first level up was a guard. And one thing that was pretty fantastic is this English breakfast blitzer got a movement up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movement. Every stats up is so good on the Brad's team, especially if you have them on blitzers, because they already have such good stat lines, and then you just add some strength, you add some agility, you add some movement, and they just become incredible, even in more incredible players. So it's gonna feel real good if you can get some dodge and some sure hands on that blitzer. It's really nice, and now it's even a one-turn threat with movement 8. So yeah, feels good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's not super hard for him to get a one turn.
Yeah, only need 3 pushes and he's good to go. So yeah,
Yeah.
not too bad. But I really like this team though. I think it's got a big TV with a big bench, but with the 4 blitzers, the 4 blockers, I think he can. And he already got 3 rerolls as well, so he can really do some damage. Really looking forward to what he'll do in the division.
Yeah, me too. So that covers it. We have actually previewed all 10 teams. Once again, once the first 9 weeks of the season is up, we will go into a Swiss. So this isn't a full 14 team division, but I think that's fine. I think that allows us to dive into a little bit more. a little bit more detail for each of the teams. So I'm excited to see how this works.
Yeah. Should be fun. I also played dwarves on week 7, so that's not going to be as fun.
Yeah, they're going to be quite a bit more developed at that point.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive into the first week's results. So first up is we do have the PDX Bosco and his Stunt Force versus the Morks Mashes of the Orc team here.
That was a really good game, actually. I was able to watch some of it. I think you were streaming that one, right?
Yeah, I did. I did stream this one.
Yeah, it was really good. The dwarf team actually managed to stop the orcs from scoring in the first half, which is pretty impressive considering the orcs had really the strength advantage as well as the skills. But
Right.
yeah, it was
So
impressive.
the theme of the first half was they did have the strength advantage. However, they were missing one black orc. One black orc was next game, and then on the kickoff it was a touchback, and the Mork Smashes gave the ball to a black orc. So a black orc was the ball carrier moving in. So they did have the strength advantage. However, it was mitigated somewhat with the ball carrier and the mixed next game orcs. So they really only had the two other strength fours out there. And yeah, so the first half, this was definitely a tale of two halves, where the first half, I would say Stump Force and the Dwarf team outplayed the orcs, and they played really good defense. They were conservative. They positioned their players really well, and with just the movement for Black Orc, there wasn't a lot of moving the ball down the field for the orcs.
Yeah, movement forward is not good at all for moving the ball.
Yeah.
Did you manage to watch the game, Razelstar?
I didn't catch that one. I did
Right.
see the other one with the safety hazards.
Right. Yeah, we'll come back to that one later.
Yeah, so looking at the stats, you can see in the second half the orcs were able to just absolutely dominate. The dwarf team had a really bad first turn to where they weren't able to knock anyone down, and they put their troll slayer, got frenzy trapped, and it just allowed the orcs to put a lot of pressure on the dwarves, and they end up were able to utilize their strength advantage, and the dwarves started failing their one die blocks, and it just allowed the orcs to kind of run rampant after that. So the orcs played very well and was able to use that strength to turn the ball over and score at the end.
Yeah, so a
Nice.
first nice win for Mark Smash.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So the second game here is actually going to be between Truck's Torture Club versus Grindel's Underworld Safety Hazards. So the cool thing about this game, before we dive into the stats, is I have a little highlight I can show the viewers about what took place. And so I know Rezzlestorm and Shropshire, you might not be looking at this. First thing we see is just a very easy first score for Truck and his team. Um, and so they go up to a 1-0 in the first half. They got a lot of casualties in the first half, and it just kind of led to a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And then
This
this next,
game
yeah,
was disgusting.
It was like a casualty at almost every turn, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he got 7 casualties
yeah.
on 14 armor breaks.
Yeah, and so you can see this last highlight here sort of sums up the game as where it's turn 16 for Truck, and you see the Pestigore running down the sideline past the Kaz box that is filled with 8 different Underworld as he's scoring his second touchdown of the game. So it was tough sledding for Grindel. Unfortunately, that's sometimes how it goes for Underworld, is that your team can implode at any point, but. Um, back to the Blood Bowl screen here, and so the pretty much what we saw was just the Nurgle received the ball, got off their line blocks, and Kaz everything in their way to a victory.
Yeah, on their first 3 blocks of the line of scrimmage, there was actually goblins in the line of scrimmage, and he got 2 casualties and 1 KO straight off the bat. And the game started 8 against 11. So, and then Trug just marched to the touchdown in the first half, injuring people left and right, and it just kept going in the second half. I don't know if you had anything to add about it, Railstorm. I think you said you watched the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to come back from that. Like, I definitely know the feel of the whole like I have dodge on my goblins. Why why do they keep dying when the other person doesn't have tackle or block?
Or
But yeah,
block, yeah, because he had no tackle and had only one block, and he was still
right.
managing to bring the goblins down like it was nothing. So
Yeah. So sad
Yeah,
time.
it's
Still have to get
unfortunate.
a bigger bench, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, something. Um, Take a look at the
Truk
SPP
made,
for the game.
yeah, the
Yeah,
SPP is just mental. Truk got 28 SPP out of that game. It's like it's a dream. That's just a dream came
Yeah, that
true. And I know Volt and Colton and I had both said that Safety Hazards would win this game. And after this game, Trug started taunting us on Discord. So from now
nice.
on, from this week on, from today, I'm going to cast a curse Trug every single week and say he will win all his games.
Oh god.
So yeah, there we go. It's done.
All right.
that's brilliant.
Yeah, he's gone up to 2 block, and then now he has 3 mighty blows and a guard. Fantastic.
Oh Lord, that's a fantastic early development Nurgle team, about as good as it gets, really. All right, moving on to the third game, as we have the Rowdy Rebel Rousers facing off the Knights of T, and this is the one game that I was not able to catch this week. So trying to tell the story here with the statistics and the SPP. So looking at the two, we see it was a 2-2 draw. So a bit surprising that a Nurgle team was able to score twice within a game. If you would have told me that the Bretts would have scored two, I would have thought that they would have won this game easily. But it looks like the Nurgle were able to counter twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of blocks on both sides. The Nurgles actually managing to get a few removals as well, which probably helped them a lot into scoring twice. But I was not able to catch the game either, so I cannot say much about it.
So I think one thing that's rough is the 47 blocks succeeded for the Knights of T and only one KO. So either they're rolling a lot of pushes or they had some unlucky armor dice. Looking at the SPP, so the Ratty Rebel Rousers were able to get a total of 17. Knights of T were able to get a total of 12. So decent SPP rolling around.
Yeah, pretty good for the Nurgle team. Not so
Yeah.
good for the Breds, but it's not that bad.
No, and we saw that they were able to get the movement up too. So taking a quick look at the block dice, we can see that the Bretts actually was skewed a little bit towards the skull side. Seemed to be somewhat even though, wasn't too crazy. Looking at the Nurgle team, 39 POW defender stubbles, 41 pushes, and 26 skulls. So they were able to skew more towards the POW side. So looked like they got a little bit more of a favorable block dice, which always helps.
That's pretty good. Let's go on the
Yeah.
fourth match now.
Yeah, so we have here is going to be the famous Wizards versus the Squeaky Blinders and the other Skaven team within the division. So yeah, I was able to stream this one as well. Troubleshoot, what you said you were not able to see this one, right?
I was not able to watch most of it. I heard there was a lot of one dice block that actually succeeded in the first half, and a few mistake by Chaos as well, which cost him the game. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you talk more about it since you actually streamed it.
Sure. So the summation of the game happened with the elves were having a fairly productive drive. They're moving the ball well, and it got to the point where the Skaven was able to knock off a cage corner and base the ball carrier with two different rats. And then the High Elf team prioritized blocking away from the ball first to try to set up where the ball carrier was going to go. And he would use a High Elf who did not have block. He 1 and 9'd it, so 2 skulls, and then re-rolled it into another skull and both down. So a 1 and 81 caused the turnover. Once that happened, the Skaven were able to sack the ball carrier, pick it up, and they were off running. And
Yeah,
that's what
that
Skaven does
sounds
so
like
well.
good Skaven play.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So
Yeah,
for the
Hiles are rough starting out.
they really are. They don't have a lot of skills. He was also using 3 loners. I think he was out of
Oh,
catcher. It was
Yeah, feels
yeah.
bad.
So the second half went about typical. The Skaven scored quick, went up 2-0, and then the High Elves were able to put together another productive drive, but just ran out of time at the end.
yep.
Looking at the blocks, they're about even, pretty even dice.
Very few blocks though. Not even 60 blocks
Yeah,
in the.
very few blocks for sure, but pretty good SPP across the board. This is fantastic for both teams. For the High Elves, they're definitely going to be in it for a while. This is going to be a development season. For the Skaven, I think they're going to be able to compete. I think Rezzlestorm, I think they're going to be one of your top competitors this year.
Oh yeah. They already have 2 Storm Vernon that are leveled up. He's got a 2 heads gutter runner already. So
That's really good.
yeah.
All right, moving to the last game of the week, and I also have another highlight for this one as well. So I'm going to turn that on for you guys before we dive into everyone's thoughts. So the first highlight we see here is actually your offensive possession, Rezzlestorm, and the high elf or the pro elf was able to
Is this the
roll a
the
5
dodge?
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5
that
plus
was a
into the
5
sword.
plus dodge.
Oh.
So
I really like that play by the Onanist, and I think he was a bit unlucky that
I don't think
the
he needed to.
scatter.
He didn't even need to reroll that, did he?
No,
yeah,
he had
did.
to
He
reroll for the
rerolled it.
dodge, if I
Oh, he
remember
did. Okay.
correctly. But then the scatter was actually pretty good for you, and you managed to bring it back.
Yeah.
What were your feelings while playing that game? How did you feel?
I felt okay. I mean, like, that's always the risk when you're Skaven and you're thinking, okay, can I stall? And you're thinking, all right, well, yeah, I might be able to stall, but my ball carrier is strength 2. So if he can manage to get anyone back there, then he has a pretty decent shot at the ball.
Yeah. So next thing we see is the pro elves were able to equalize on turn 15, but they gave you 2 turns to try to form a drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I probably could have played that second half, the 2 turns better.
Yeah, I think you could have put more scoring threats a bit more everywhere. I think you actually gave a 2-die possible on your gutter runner ball carrier there, which he decided not to take. And he actually did a very good defense. I'm gonna give that to him. His
Oh yeah,
defense was really good,
that's
and I
super
think
hard.
if he had not misclick that little sidestep on the blitzer, I don't think he would have scored there.
Yeah, I think
Um,
if I'd managed, like, I had to get that blitzer down and I wasn't able to, and then if he
yeah,
had just moved him in the right place, I wouldn't have been able to score, I don't think.
yeah. So yeah, I think you played a good game. You got a bit lucky on getting the
On that
victory
last
there,
turn,
but
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
that last turn a bit. But well, you'll take it, and that's a good start to the season, especially since you have ambition to get into the playoffs. So
Yeah, I felt like I would be okay with the tie, but just being able to get that win was nice.
well, with only one spot, one playoff spot, you need all the wins you can take.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
looking at the stats real quick, 45 blocks succeeded. You definitely outblock the pro elf team, and they did more damage than you, even though you're able to
Yeah,
get more blocks.
yeah, that also sort of felt like I would have really liked it if his armor had broken more, if his 7 armor had broken more.
He gave
Yeah.
you a lot of blocks, if I remember correctly, and you just
Especially,
weren't able to injure anything.
yeah, the first half especially, I remember being
Yeah,
able to take like 4 or 5 blocks a turn and nothing.
it always feels bad not to be able to injure AV7. I mean, at least you're playing rats, so I mean, you can say you're AV7 as well. But when I play my chaos team and I'm not able to injure a bloody AV7 team, and then they give
Right.
you 2 or 3 hits and just remove 2 players, it's really tilting. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I got decent SPP though, so it was okay. And I got the win, obviously, which I'm lucky about.
Yeah, 12 SPP on each side. Oh, actually 11, 13 for the for Wells. So yeah, that's not bad. Pretty good start.
Yeah.
If we quickly review our predictions, Shabshu and I all actually chose the same teams. The first one was currently still an admin team was in there, so no prediction from us. The second game for the Torture Club and the Safety Hazards.
Oh, hello, dog.
Yeah, sorry
Are
about
you
that.
are you actually keeping track of our bets?
Yes, yeah. So I
All
am
right, I
keeping.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, so we are. So the first one is that we missed terribly, is with the Torture Club was able to totally take advantage. We thought the safety hazards were gonna to win with this one. We thought the Nurgle team was not gonna be able to roll the pals, and how wrong we were.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were really wrong.
And the third one is going to be the Rowdy Rebel Rousers versus Knights of T. That was also an admin game at the time. So
Yep. I'm pretty sure we got the last two ones right though.
yeah, we did. We relied on old Skaven doing their thing, and that's exactly what happened. Is that the last two was the Skaven team. So Shabshu and I already combined just 2-1 each. So
All right, let's
decent
see who's the
start.
best at the end of the season, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Might have to come up with a bet of some sort.
Yeah, we're gonna find something and talk about it next week. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. All right.
All right, so let's go on next week. Second week matchups. That's gonna be great. And we should actually put some our co-casters bets, our co-casters
Their predictions as well. Yeah, I
predictions.
like that.
Yeah,
Write 'em
yeah.
down.
Let's add in. That would be pretty
Sure.
great.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right, Chop, should lead us
All right.
off with week two.
Yeah. So the first game is Safety Hazards, the Underworld team, which took a big beating last week,
Yeah.
which are facing up against Force, which is the Dwarf
Dwarves.
team. Yeah, this is probably gonna be another very hard week for Grindel. As much as I like Underworld and I like their team, it's not looking good. I mean, goblins are just gonna be fodder for the
Yeah.
Longbeards, and if he was getting so many injuries last week, I don't think it's gonna be much better this week against dwarves.
Yeah.
So I think I have to give it to PDS Basco and the dwarves for the first game this week.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He apparently, like looking at his team, he has managed to come back from all those injuries. He's bought some new goblins. One goblin has 2 heads, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
No, too much tackle floating around for
Yeah.
that to be healthy for the goblins.
So we're all going dwarves then.
Yep.
All right, easy enough.
All right, matchup 2 is we have the Mork Smashes, the Orc team versus Atomics, the Rowdy Rebel Rousers. What do you think here, Chop?
Nurgle team.
Yeah, Nurgle team.
Yeah, the Nurgle against the Orcs. That's going to be a real good one. And Atomex's team is actually looking really nice.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
so
lie.
too.
He's got a superb ball carrier already with the Blodger, and then the 2 Mighty Blow on the Nurgle Warriors. Oh god, this is a hard one. What do you think, Razzlestorm?
I'm actually gonna go with the orcs on this one, just because he has a tackle already, so that Blodger isn't a huge threat, as big as it would be if he didn't have tackle, and he has a level up that he's waiting to take. So I'm gonna go with the orcs.
Going for the Orcs. I think I actually said the Orcs were going to take the division this season. I expect him to go guard on the Blitzer because he's playing Nurgle. This is hard.
It's gonna be a close game, I think, no matter what.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Orcs as well, simply because the Nurgle only got 2 Mighty Blow. Only 2 rerolls.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, I am
Yeah.
actually going to go with the Nurgle team here. I would like to see.
I like that.
I'd like to see the Orc team. I feel like they need to. I would like to see them form a more productive offensive drive than I saw last week. I think their strength advantage isn't going to be there, and yeah, I think the Nurgle team's going to come out on top here.
We'll see that. We'll see that. All right, third matchup now. Torture Club against Famous Wizards. My two good friends, Truck and Chaos Hog.
Clanmates, right?
Yeah, clanmates indeed.
All right.
So it's going to be a fratricide battle this week. And even if I think the High Elves actually have the advantage here, because they already have a bludger, they have one catcher with dodge as well, they have a
Oh,
movement 9
they have a
catcher.
movement 9 catcher. Nice.
Yeah, already. That's really nice. I actually said I was going to go with Truck for the rest of the season. So here we go. I think Truck is going to win this game.
Oh man.
I'm sticking to my guns.
He does have the Agi 4 Pesticores, so those are nice.
Yeah, they're awesome. But I'm still going with Truck, so I'm ready to listen to you guys. You guys' predictions.
Yeah, what do you
You want to go
think,
first?
Storm? Yeah, I'll go first. So I think the Nurgle team's going to win here as well. I feel like the High Elves are still lacking a bit in the amount of skills that are coming out. The Blodge is nice, but I think it's going to be tough for them to throw blocks. It's going to be tough for them to form drives. I think the Nurgle team again is going to come out on top.
Let's see. So, I mean, the High Elf team does only have 10 players as well, which is gonna be a big problem when they're taking hits from the Nurgle team.
They're not that squishy though. They are AV8, and the Nurgle don't have any Mighty Blow as well.
We don't have any Mighty Blow. That's true. I'm probably actually gonna have to go with the Nurgle as well.
3 Nurgles this week.
Yep. Nurgle are sweeping it. I don't know. They got the 2 AV7 catchers, and while one of them has dodge, the other one doesn't. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be down to Nurgle is probably going to get 1 or 2 Kaz's that are going to determine the game.
All right, so 3-for-0 for Truck this time. He can't say we didn't cheer for him this week.
So fourth game on the schedule is we have the Knights of T versus a few Ornery Orninists. What's your thoughts here, Chupshu?
So we have the Knights of T, which is the Brad's team, against a few Ornery Orninists. I hate this name. I really hate it.
I don't know if you listened to the first week cast, Rezzlestorm, but we struggled saying this name.
I did.
So.
Yeah.
I think both teams are nice, but I do think the Breads team have the advantage here. I think they're going to be able to hit them a bit more, and the fan is going to be annoying. And Pro Elves just doesn't have the skills yet to be able to fight the Breads. So I'm going to give it to the Breads team this week, the Knights of T.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too. I think for a similar reason. I think with all the wrestle and block, the Knights of T now have all 8 of their positionals. They just can so much more reliably throw blocks. And with AV7, I think they're going to run into a few KOs, a few stuns, maybe a Kaz or 2. And it's going to just really allow them to swarm into Pro Elves.
Huh. Yeah, I am going to go with the few Ornery Onists, just because I don't know. I believe in him. He can do it. He's got the.
I think he's a really good coach. I thought he played you.
He's a good coach. He's got the 4 rerolls to sort of deal with anything that happens, any misfortunate dice, and then he's got guard. I mean, they're all AV7, but he's got an extra. He has this weird sneaky git player, which I don't know. I like it. I think it might do some work.
It's actually a fun player, especially if you can get him dirty player.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is gonna be pretty memey. I believe it's gonna become a good meme. All right, so we have 2 for the Brats and 1 for the Pro Elves. So let's go to the last matchup of the week, which is the 2 Rats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Rat matchup. So Squeaky Blenders against Rats against Teen Stars. So let's hear you first, Razelstorm. I think it's gonna be an easy choice for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna root for myself. But I think it's going to be hard, but he is missing 2 players, and he's missing one of his gutter runners for our next game. So I think even though he has the 2 heads gutter runner, I might be able to just through sheer attrition get some of his team out and have the numbers advantage and take that and hopefully win.
His gutter runner actually took an AG bust, so that player
Yeah,
is
so
probably going to get fired.
yeah, he gets fired as soon as he has money.
But the two Storm Vermins actually have Mighty Blow, so that
Yeah.
is going to be a bit dangerous for you with all the AV7.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to be really careful about this. But I guess
Oh,
you
yeah.
do have your own Mighty Blow to do some damage.
Yeah, I have my 1 mighty blow, and then oh no, I'm probably going to be buying another lineman. So he'll have a wizard and another 50k on me. Oh wait, actually, no, he'll have.
No.
If I buy a lineman, he'll have a wizard because he
Yep.
has a journeyman. Well, that's
That's
something I'll have to
it.
think about it.
Yep, definitely. Who do you think will win Vol?
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna pick Storm here. You were my choice to win the division. I think I like the way that you started off in the Greenhorn. I think this team's really good, and you're playing it really well. So I think I'm gonna give the edge to you. Although I want to see a lot of scoring. I want to see at least four scores here.
Bravo.
A good
Is that for one coach
Either
or
one,
for both
however
coaches?
it works. I want to see it happen.
Okay.
4-0, 2-2. I want to see it happen.
I'm actually going to be giving the game to Rendo Maximus. I really like your style of play, Razelstorm, but I think
Mhm.
the 2 Mighty Blow is going to be really hard for you to handle.
Yeah.
And the 2-head Goblin is also going to be hard since you don't have any tackle yet. So he'll be able to just, if you drop the ball 1 second, that guy's going to pick it up and just run away. And the Wizard, if you decide to go for the extra lineman and give the Wizard, it's going to be doing a big difference, I believe. So yeah, I'm actually going to be different than the 2 of you and just give it to Rendo Maximus this week. I hope I'm not going to regret this.
All right, that's fantastic. So I think it's interesting that the 2 Skaven team going up the week 2. I think those are 2 of the top teams, and we get to decide pretty early on who gets an advantage. I wouldn't be all that surprised if the 2 teams met again in the Swiss at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw sounds very possible here, unless there's a lot of casualties on one side. The draw is really likely, I believe.
Could be. Neither of us have a tackle, so it's going to be hard for either of us to contain our gutter runners, really.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, folks. I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, was there anything else you wanted to bring up while you're on the cast, Razelstorm?
No, just yeah, thank you guys for recapping and pre-capping all this. They're definitely fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, glad you enjoy it.
I mean, I like hearing everyone's opinions about how the league's going or how the division's going.
Yeah, no doubt. And we appreciate your time. I know we were kind of taking you away from your evening, so really appreciate you hopping on and talking with us. Might have to do it again at some point.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it was good to have you on the cast, and maybe another time or on the stream, maybe if you like casting as well.
Yeah. Looks fun.
All right. Sounds good. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.